step for testing. Why? Because in waterfall, a step-by-step procedure will be taken. First, the requirement, then the preliminary design, then the detailed design, then the coding, then the unit testing, then the integration testing, then the complete system testing. Now here we are going to learn. That's why in the last class I asked you, do you know the meaning of integration testing? Integration means, see students, the general meaning of integration means combining, adding. You can also say the simple, in the simple words, integration is nothing but adding. It may be adding two numbers, it may be adding two components, it may be adding two submodules, it may be adding to some units. Yes, something, whatever we add to things or one or more things. So that adding is nothing but integration. So here we are going to learn about integration testing. Integration testing means once we combine more than one item or more than one unit or more than one module, then that is nothing but a integration. So integration testing we are doing here. So here the software testing has three different levels of units. Three different levels. The software testing has three different levels. That is unit testing, integration testing, and the system testing. Yes, unit testing means what, students? Unit testing means what? Unit means a small component, a chunk of data, or a submodule, a small unit. So unit testing means a separate component will be tested. Yes, in the last class I gave you this example, no, online shopping example I gave you, no, students, in the last class. In the last class I gave you the online. I assume that I have an online website. So my website, this icon for grocery and this icon for footwear, and this icon is for clothes. So just simple example I'm giving. This is grocery, this is footwear, and this is clothes. So in my website I have these three. I have another a few more icons also, but here I'm taking only these three. So what is the purpose of these three? So here we have, again in the grocery we have a subsections: pulses, spices, and biscuits, and many more items. Again, if you go to footwear, again the sports shoes, the casual shoes, and the party wear shoes, all these categories will come. When again in clothes, men, women, kids. Again in clothes, saris, jeans, shirts, kurtis. So many varieties will come now. So when we go in detail, then it will be divided into units. Is it right, students? It will be divided into units. So each unit will be tested. And put together, a complete system will be generated. A complete project will be generated. So before we generate a complete project, before we integrate a project, we will test it in a unit wise. Is it right, students? Understanding? So we will test it in a unit wise, component wise. Small units will be tested. If we are getting a success, if we are succeeding in the small units, then we integrate the components. If I am getting error in this clothes, I have developed this website, and in clothes I am getting some error, then will I combine the components? Will I integrate the project, students? No. Why? Because my though the grocery is working fine and the shoes is working, footwear is working fine, but I am getting some error in the clothes. I'm getting some error in the clothes part. So I am not. So now what I do is I will not deploy this project. I will not combine this. First of all, before deploying, I will not combine this project. Why? Because in my small unit I'm getting an error. Once I resolve the error, once my program is error free, completely error free, then only I'll go for the integration. So here in the software testing, there has three different levels. That is unit testing, integration testing, and the system testing. With each with its unique problems and goals. Yes, exactly. Each will be having its unique problems and unique goals. Integration testing is the least well understood of these. Hence, in practice, it is a phase most poorly done. Here in the craft persons are recognized by two essential characteristics. Here they have identified the two essential characters for this integration testing. They have developed this. They are they have identified or recognized two essential characteristics of integration testing. So, which are those integration testing? Is they have a deep knowledge of the tools of their trade. So whatever the tools we are using, so I should have the complete knowledge about that, and they have a similar knowledge of the medium in which they work, so that they understand their tools in terms of how they work with the medium. So whatever the tools we are using, I should have the complete knowledge, and if any similar tools are available for those tools also, knowledge completely I should be having. Because if any problem if I face, if sometimes I need to switch over from one tool to another tool, then it should be easily possible to switch over from one tool to another tool. So the meaning is, when we are going for the integration testing, we should have the complete knowledge of the tools, whatever the tools we are using. Our goal there was to understand testing technique in terms of their advantages and limitations with respect to the particular types of software. Yes, when we are developing as any software, then the main agenda is that a software should have a good advantages. And before we start, assume that I'm developing one software, I should know the what are the limitations. I should know what are the limitations of my software. Before, without I knowing, I cannot give my software to somebody else to use. Yes, is it right, students? Is some software, Android Studio. If you take example of Android Studio, nowadays many are using the Android Studio. For Android Studio, the minimum RAM required is, this is minimum. This is minimum 8 GB. It works okay. Still, if you have 8 GB also, sometimes it will not work properly. In 16 GB laptop or in 16 GB system, you can work comfortably this Android Studio. And some software will be like this. If I install the Android Studio, it will not allow not Android Studio. Some software will be like this. If I install that, it will not allow the other software to run. Correct, no? So this is the reason why before I give a software to whatever the software I have developed, no, before I give to somebody else to use, I should know what are the advantages, and I should know what are the limitations of my software. So this is very important. Here we continue our emphasis on model-based testing with the goal of improving the testing judgment through a better understanding of three underlying models. So here we are. So for this integration testing, the model-based testing is very much important. For each model, when we test, when we are not getting any error in each module, then only we go for the integration testing. In integration testing, here we have a closer look at the ATM system. Yes, students, yes, ATM system we have already learned in module 2, correct, no? We saw 15 steps. We saw 15 steps. Do you remember? This is in module 2. Wait, I'll show in this PDF only. Yes, student, do you remember that 15-step diagram? Yes. Can you see this 15 steps diagram, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See here. Here what it is. First, welcome. Welcome. Please insert your card. Then insert your PIN number. Then if your PIN number is incorrect, then it will ask for. It will tell that the PIN number is not valid. So invalid ATM card. It will ask for the inserting of ATM card. If the PIN number is successfully matching, then it will go with screen 5. Yes, students, screen 5. In screen 5, again it will ask select. We have to select the transactions balance, deposit, withdrawal. Then if I select balance, then it will show the amount how much is available in my account. Or if I select second of last option, that is withdrawal option, then it will ask how much money you want to withdraw. Yes, this example in your daily life we are doing this, correct? No, students, this is not a complex example. Why? Because in the daily life we are doing this. So similarly here we have one more. Once again we are going to see this as ATM machine. So what we are going to do in the ATM machine, so I'll zoom this. Yes, students, you can see the screen now. You can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here, see students, here they have listed out some of the steps which when we go to the ATM machine. So first we'll go. The first is a ATM system. The device sense and control, door sense and control, get door status, control door, dispense cash. See, first the ATM machine will be kept in a room. Correct, no, students? It will be kept in a room, and when we say room, the room will be having a door. The room will be having a door, and inside the room, they have kept a ATM machine. So in the ATM machine, the card, the to say the slot, the card slot will be there. The card slot will be there. The slot will be there to get a receipt. A slot will be there where to get where we'll get a money. Yes, students, do you observe that? See here they have demonstrated when we or they have listed out steps or the places where when we visit to the ATM, what all the things we can see. See, first when we go to ATM machine, first thing what we'll see that whether the system is working. If the system is not working, then the error message will be there. Yes, do you observe this? Did you observe this status? The error message will be there in the ATM machine. Sorry, I'm not working, or whatever the error message they have set. So that error message it will display on the monitor only. So if there is no error, if there is no error as of like that, then first we will search a card slot. We will watch a card slot. Correct? No. First we'll find the card slot, and what we do, we'll insert the card. We'll insert the card. So once we see in some machines, it will take the card completely inside. So it depends on the design of the machine, students, how the machine they have developed. In some machines, once you insert a card, so until the transaction completes, it will not come out. In some machine, you can see in the card slot, that machine, if you in the card slot, if you insert your ATM card, then it will be visible only. In some machines, it will take inside, you cannot see the card. Once you complete the transaction, only then the card will come out. Yes, students, did you observe this? So such types of machines will be there. So first, what I do, first I take a ATM card and I check where is the card holder slot. So I'll insert my card and I'll start entering the pin. It will ask, is students, it will ask, no, it will ask enter your pin. So I will enter my pin. So what it do is, it will validate your pin number. Correct, now students? It will validate your pin number. So how it will validate? It will check with students. Now you can see the points. No, you can see the screen. No, yes, you can see the screen. No,
Yes, ma'am.
respond. ರಶ್ಮಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇವಾಗ? Arjun, is the screen is visible clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, students, what happens is, once we insert a card into the ATM machine, the session starts. So then I give a pin number. So it will check whether the pin number is right or wrong. If the pin number is valid, it will check the validation. It will check the validation of the pin number, means it will check whatever the pin number I have inserted, it is matching with the database or not. If it is not matching, then I'll get an error message. The pin number is not matching, please insert a correct pin number. Yes, it will ask like that. If the pin number is matching, then it will go to the next step. In the next step, you can get a account status. Account status is nothing but the balance inquiry or the mini statement, and you can also do the transaction. If you want to withdraw the money, you can withdraw the money. And you can if you want to check the balance, if you want to go with the balance inquiry, you can do the balance inquiry. So everything is happening with some control. Somebody is controlling the system with the controls and with the sensors. So when we insert a card to the ATM card in that card holder, then it sends card has inserted. So then the session will start. If the card is valid, then it will go to the next step, and it will go with the balance inquiry or transaction, mini statement, all the information it will ask. So once I want to withdraw the money, so once I want to withdraw 1,000 rupees, so once I withdraw, then again it will ask for the receipt. It will ask for the in that process only, it will ask for the receipt. Do you want to collect the receipt? Do you want a printout of the receipt? Anyway, when we go to ATM machine, once we withdraw the money, we will get a message from the bank. Correct, no, students? But still in the machine, they have said that previously this option was not there. Recently they have introduced this option, that is, do you want to take a printout of the receipt? If I click yes, then at the end of the transaction you will get a printout. If I click no, then I'll not get a transaction. So once I do the transaction, then the session will be closed, and once the session closes, then our bank details will be updated. It will show what is the current balance. will report to the customer what is the current balance, how much amount I have withdrawn from the bank. So all these steps all the steps we are seeing in our daily life. So in the here we have a decomposition based integration. What is decomposition? What is the meaning of decomposition? Yes, students, what is the general meaning of decomposition? What is the general meaning of decomposition? Hey, Vega. Decompose.
Ma'am,
Reduce and reduce. 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 ಮತ್ತೆ any other example? Decomposition. Decomposition. Ready? Is it breaking down into smaller components? Can I say decomposition means breaking down into a smaller component? Yes, students? Can I say like this? Decomposition means breaking down into a smaller component. So here I got a project to develop a website for a or education institute. Education institute. Assume that somebody has allotted me this project. So I cannot. It is I feel very I can I don't. I feel very what to say. Difficult. I feel very tough to develop this application alone. So what I do is I divide this project into smaller components, and I allot my students to develop this project. So when I say education institute, then it will be here I have to create admission page, I have to create placement detail. Education institute means I'll not take school, I'll take college, engineering college. So hostel facility, this irutalva ella, hostel and transport. So I'll take only four subunits. So I'll take only 4 components. So for me, it is not easy, it is difficult to develop this project alone. So what I do, I'll break down. See, I'm decomposing my project. No, I'm breaking down into a smaller units. I'm breaking down into smaller components. So what I do, I'll make out of 50 students, I'll make 5 I'll make 10 students 5 groups. I'll make 10 students 5 group. So first group I allot to develop a page for admission. For second group, I'll tell them to develop a page for placement, and for third group, I'll tell them to develop a page for with all validation, with all the functionality. Then the third group I'll hostel, fourth group transportation, and one more group is remaining. Correct? No? To that group, I'll allot the testing. I tell them you have to do the testing. Once they complete these submodules, we have to test whether they have done it properly or not. So what I am doing, I am dividing my work now, students. I will make a blueprint of my project, and I'll put a requirement. I will do the requirement analysis. Already so many education, already we have so many educational websites. So first I will think that how innovatively I can do, how the new information I can add in my web page, I can add in my website. So I'll think that, so based on that I start putting the functionalities into the each sub components: admission, placement, hostel, and transport. For 4 groups I have allotted this, and for one group I have to the fifth group I have given testing. So you have to do testing whether whatever I have done is right or wrong. So what I'm doing, so this is the complete project. So am I subdividing the complete project? Yes. Admission, placement, hostel, transport. Again, here I have made five groups now with the 10 students. So in each group, one leader I'll make. So in one group, one leader, second group, one leader, third group, one, fourth group, fifth group, one leader. So again, admission means only that again that admission also contains so many other links, late submission details. So any management fees details, miscellaneous fees details, so many. In some institute give some offers if they take admission before this date, then they'll give some discount. So like that, so many functionalities will be there. No, so again, developing of this admission page is it may be not possible by one person. So again, this work will be divided. One you do for miscellaneous fees, one for account this admission fees, one for management students, for PGCET students. So again, the work will be divided. Placement. Again, when we go to placement, there are tier 1, tier 2 companies are there. So tier 1 company, which are the tier 1 company, and what are the requirements of the tier 1 company. Again, the list we have to find out how many year wise list we have to do, year wise how many students are placed. So again, hostel. Again, when we take hostel, there combined room, single rooms. Again, there also management quota, PIO quota. So many things are there. So again, the problem will be transport. Transport is depending on the distance wise. The fees will collect a different fees. If it is up to 0 to 5 kilometers, one fee, and up to 10 kilometer one fee. Beyond 20 kilometers, some fees I have done. So what I have done is, did I do the decomposition here, students? Madidina. So I have a larger problem. I have break down into a smaller components. Yes. Did I do here, students? Madidina. Respond. Yes. So see the same thing here. This is a decomposition tree. The decomposition tree, the larger problem will be divided into sub problems. A larger problem will be divided into the sub problems. The larger problem will be divided into the sub problems. See here, they have just taken 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here in this PPT, here I have taken one example of education institute. I have taken one example of education institute, and here I have decomposed. And I have break down the larger problem into a smaller components. Yes, students. You can see no here how I did the decomposition. Yes, students, you understood how I did the decomposition? Can you do the decomposition if I give any problem, any larger problem or any complex problem? Can you do the decomposition? Okay. So again in the decomposition, we have 4 types. In the decomposition based integration, we have 4 steps, that is top down procedure, top down, bottom up, sandwich and big bang. So 4 procedures are there, or 4 steps are there in software testing. In software testing, when we say decomposition based integration, in decomposition based integration we have 4 steps: top down approach, bottom up approach, sandwich approach and the big bang approach. Yes, this is the so this decomposition example which I have written here, this is a top down approach. So from top we are going to, I have decomposed, correct? From top I have decomposed. From top I have decomposed the problem and I have I have divided the larger problem into a small components. So that's why here I asked you what is the meaning of decomposition. The meaning of decomposition is breaking down a larger problem, is breaking down into small components. A larger problem is breaking down into a small component. So here what is this larger problem, larger component? The education institute project I have to develop. I have to create a website for education institute. So here what I did, I have divided into a small components. I have divided it into a small components. Next we have bottom up approach and sandwich approach. This we'll see in the next class, students. Students, any doubt? I'll give the summary once again. So in the software testing, mainly we have 3 levels: unit testing, integration testing and the system testing. Yes, students, just I gave this example now. See, each unit will be tested. Each unit will be tested separately, then it will be combined. See here, admission 4 pages I have developed. So these 4 pages will be tested separately, then it will be integrated into this admission page. Yes, again in placement, these 4 pages are tested separately, and once we are error free of these pages, then it will be integrated to the placement. Again, hostel, these 3 pages are tested separately, and if there is no error, and it will integrate. Same thing for transport also. See here what separately we are testing. So this is unit testing. Yes, and we are integrating. So after integrating, we are doing testing, that integration testing. Then once we combine all the subcomponents, a complete system will be formed. Correct? No, a complete system will be formed. So then the complete system will be tested. So that's why here the software testing has 3 different levels: unit testing, integration testing and system testing. And the 2 essential characteristics of this integration testing is to get the complete knowledge, of the software, and the similar we should know the similar knowledge of the other softwares also. And here we have seen the example of this ATM machine. See here in the ATM machine also, each component will be tested. Each component, the receipt section, the balance inquiry section, the withdrawal section, everything will be tested. The login credential, PIN number. If the PIN number is not correct, then it will not allow you to go to the transaction page. It will stop there only, and it will show you the error message that the entered PIN is not correct. It is not matching with the database. The whatever the PIN I have entered, it's not matching with the database, so it will not it will not allow you to move forward to process to move. So we unless and until we give a valid correct PIN number, it will not, we cannot do the next transaction. Once once the PIN number is correct, so then only we can move forward. So here each unit by unit everything is tested. Everything is tested. So again, see here I have written this point. In a decomposition based integration, validate PIN and get PIN. So we have to, when we enter a PIN, so it will validate, it will check whether the entered PIN is right or wrong. If it is wrong, then it will not allow you to move to the next transaction. If it is not correct, if it is not correct, it will not allow you to move forward, move to the next process or next stage or next page. If it is correct, only then it will allow you to move to the next page. Again, in decomposition means breaking down a larger problem into a smaller component or into a smaller problem. So here, this example I gave for decomposition. So you can say this as a top-down approach. This is a top-down approach. Here, from the larger problem is divided into a smaller component or the smaller unit or the smaller problem. So now, it will be easy now. In admission, 4 pages I have to create. Again, these 4 pages will be tested. So functionality of these 4 pages and then will be integrated. The same thing is for all the cases. So bottom up and sandwich big bang we'll see in the next class, students. The students, answer for the test. Why strength is very less today? Only 34 students are there. What about the remaining students? Even for the first hour class, even the strength is same. Okay, students, answer for the test. Assessment. Answer for the quiz. Yes, complete the test. Answer attendance, Asta. Asta. Still she is not fine. Abhinav, what happened to this boy? From so many days he is not attending only. Aishwarya,
Present, ma'am.
Amrish, Amrish,
Yes, ma'am.
Anu, Anu, Arbaz, Anu is absent. Arbaz, Arbaz. Why today many are absent? Arjun, Arjun, Arjun is also absent today. Ashok,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅರ್ಜುನ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ?
ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ.
ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನಾ?
ಹಾಂ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ
ಫೀಸ್
ಬರ್ತಾ
ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕ?
ಹಾಂ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನೀನ್ ಕಟ್ಟಾಯ್ತಾ ಫೀಸ್ ನೀನು?
ಹಾಂ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಆಯಿತು, ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಬೆನಿತಾ,
Present,
ಬೆನಿತಾ,
ma'am.
ಭಾರ್ಗವಿ,
Present, ma'am.
ಭವಿಷಾ,
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
ಚೈತ್ರ,
Present, ma'am.
ದೇವ್,
Present, ma'am.
ದೀಕ್ಷಾ,
Present, ma'am.
ದೀಕ್ಷಿತಾ, ದೀಪಿಕಾ ಎಲ್,
Present, ma'am.
ದೀಪಿಕಾ ಎಂ,
Present, ma'am.
ಮುರಳಿ,
Present, ma'am.
ಮುರಳಿ,
Present, ma'am.
ಗಂಗೂಬಾಯಿ,
Present, ma'am.
ಗುಡಿಯಾ,
Present, ma'am.
ಹರ್ಷಿತ್,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಸಿಂಗ್,
Present, ma'am.
ಕಾವ್ಯ,
Present, ma'am.
ಕಿಶೋರ್,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಲತಾ.
Yes, ma'am.
Lata, why you didn't attend last proctor meeting? What about your fees, college fees? Did you pay the college fees?
No, ma'am. Today I will pay, ma'am.
Today you are coming to college?
No, ma'am. Online only.
Okay. Kishore, what about you? You told no, Kishore, you'll pay. Monday only you told you'll pay. Did you pay, Kishore?
Yeah, ma'am. Today.
Did you pay?
Yeah, ma'am. Today I will pay.
If I ask today,
Today,
you are telling today
2
I'll pay.
o'clock.
If I ask tomorrow, you will tell tomorrow. Manjunath,
Yes, ma'am.
Manisha,
Present, ma'am.
Nayana,
Present, ma'am.
Neelanjan,
Yes, ma'am.
Nishant, Nishant, Pavitra,
Present, ma'am.
Maithili, Maithili, Maithili absent. Priyanka,
Present, ma'am.
Pavan, Pavan is not there. Pavan, Akash,
Present, ma'am.
Rajeshwari,
Present, ma'am.
Rakesh,
Present, ma'am.
Ramya,
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi,
Present, ma'am.
Ravishankar, Ravishankar, absent. Rizwan,
Present, ma'am.
Vishal,
Present, ma'am.
Savita,
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti, Shruti. See, many are absent today. Sneha, Sneha, Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Srinidhi,
Present, ma'am.
Srinivas,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil,
Present, ma'am.
Vaishnavi,
Present, ma'am.
Vinny, Vinny,
Present, ma'am.
Okay, students, in 1 or 2 days, I'll give you questions for assignment 3. So assignment 3, you have to write and you have to submit. 1 week time I'll give. So you in 1 week, you have to write the assignment and you have to submit in the GCR. So yes, students, but, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'll upload the questions in GCR for your next assignment. So you have to write the assignment. You have to write the assignment and you have to the same thing how you did for assignment 1 and 2. You have to write and you have to take scan, make a PDF of that, and you have to submit in the GCR. Students,
Okay, ma'am.
still yes. Now, Kishore, why you submitted very late second assignment? Do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt in the questions? You had any doubt? I told no. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Why you took so much of time?
Ma'am, I healthy
Are you
issues.
understanding all the topics, Kishore? Ah, yes, Kishore, you are telling something. Tell me. If you have any problem, any difficulty, anything, if you are not understanding, you can ask me. Yes, students, everybody finished your test assessment. Everybody finished. Everybody finished the assessment.
Yes, ma'am.
It's 39 responses I got. Yes, Kishore, if he see, I am talking to him and he has left the meeting. Students, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Understood integration testing, the bottom-up approach, decomposition and top-down approach, the bottom-up approach and Big Bang sandwich. I'll do it in the next class. Okay, students, I'll stop here. You no doubt, no? You don't have any doubt. So assignment questions, I'll do it in the next class. Next class, I'll give the assignment questions. The same thing how you did in your first and second assignment. The same step you have to follow. Okay, students, I'll stop here. See you in the next class.